Hank, since you flew these 777s, anything unusual about the plane from a mechanical standpoint? I know that there was an airworthiness directive that came out about the plane recently, but does that, I mean, was that the least bit concerning to you, if you were the pilot, that this is something that could bring that plane down?
No, it's really not. I think it's become very simple. If the airplane was diverted, you're probably more likely to look at piracy and give up the idea that it's been destroyed. And the problem is that it seems to me like the data is just insufficient at this point. All your other guests are pointing out the need for data and the reason, some of the reasons why we're not getting it. And I think that's the big stumbling block right now.
But Hank, the 777, as I understand it, needs about 3,500 feet of runway to land, not as much as maybe the older planes like the 747. But you know, can you hide a 777? Can you hide that runway? I mean, someone must. Are there? I mean, I can't imagine if there's hidden runways around the world. Not that length.
You know, I thought about that as soon as they started talking about a diversion of the aircraft, especially toward the northwest, and. That airplane, even though most airports have complete ground equipment to fly an approach to the runway, if you have an unrestricted GPS signal, you can just make up your own approach and fly it right to the runway with an auto landing. You could fly it and land in the dark if it was a fairly big strip of concrete and no facilities on the ground whatsoever. I mean,
but that's the problem. Where do you find that strip of concrete that's 3,300 feet long that no one's noticed?
Oh, they're everywhere in the world. They were used for training during, past wars and all that sort of thing. I used to fly a flight instructor out of a little tiny airport near Gainesville, Florida, called Williston, and it was 7,500 feet of concrete, and it was 100. I think it was 100 feet, either 75 or 100 feet wide. You could land a 777 right there. You can land a 777 a lot of places that you can't take off because you burn the fuel down, it's light, you can land on a very short runway. You just can't take off again unless you've got a very small fuel load to go a short distance.